What's up guys, JP back at you once again, bringing you guys some very exciting news courtesy of bloodydisgusting.com. They just exclusively reported that Jim Wynorski's Chopping Mall will finally be coming to Blu-ray. So a few months back, Jim Wynorski on his Facebook page teased that he was working to get Chopping Mall released. After that, he teased a little bit more, and it seemed like that it was going to happen. Shortly after that, Blood Diner was tossed around as well. So it seemed as if we're finally going to see Chopping Mall hit Blu-ray. For a long time now, Lionsgate has held on to tons of horror films that they own and not really gave them upgraded treatments to Blu-ray. Films like Waxwork and films like Chud 2 and films like Return of the Living Dead 3 are all films owned by Lionsgate. Those are just the ones off the top of my head, along with Blood Diner and Chopping Mall. What's really interesting about this report here is that they didn't just announce a Blu-ray, they announced a line. That's right guys, a line. Vestron Video's Collector's Series. A line of classic genre features, newly restored with a wealth of supplementary features. And guys, it does not seem like they're effing around with this particular release. One little interesting word that I noticed was in this sort of press release that kind of freaks me out a bit, and that word is, say it with me, limited. Each limited edition feature transferred from the original film elements to high definition Blu-ray is packed with special features including brand new audio commentaries, behind the scenes featurettes, and interviews with the cast and crew, including one with the Chopping Mall's reboot. So guys, limited is a word that's always tossed around, right? I mean, how many limited editions do you own in your collection that have never really either gone out of print or did way after and everybody owns them? Limited can literally mean any title, since every title is technically limited. They don't really go into detail on the limitations, what number it's limited to, or if it's just sort of another adjective we use to describe these special editions. I'll definitely keep my ear close to the situation on that, because we do not need these titles being limited in any sort of way. Another thing that we learned from this is that, well, there was a Chopping Mall reboot in production for the longest time. I believe Robert Hall, who directed Laid to Rest, was originally attached. I don't know if that's still the case, but they pretty much say that there's a cast and crew to the Chopping Mall reboot, so I assume that it's farther along in production than we previously noted, so that means that this news article broke some news-ish. So this Blu-ray will be hitting September 27th, courtesy of this new Vestron video series coming out through Lionsgate. And I gotta say guys, I love the cover, and we know that there are going to be more of these based on the fact that they are numbered. If you guys look on the spine, these titles will be numbered, which is really cool for collectors, but also can be really frustrating for collectors if they begin to pump out too many too fast, because as collectors we want to collect the line, and if they become either too expensive or they come out too fast, it's hard to keep up, people get frustrated. But also you have to keep in mind too, sometimes they release films that you don't want, so do you just buy things that you don't want based on the fact that it's numbered? That's a story for another day, that's a question for another day, but I do think that it's cool that they're numbered. For special features guys, I'm going to attempt to throw them up on the screen so you can check them out, but it does have audio commentaries and a ton of different featurettes. As for special features guys, I'm gonna throw them up on the screen here. I will say that there are 3 audio commentaries from what it looks like, a couple with the director and one with Blumhouse's Ryan Turek, formerly of Shock Till You Drop, and a historian, which is really cool. Those are always very informative and exciting. There's tons of featurettes guys. It looks like this release is going to be stacked, which is exactly what we should get for these sort of collector's editions. I love the layout of the cover. I love the Vestron logo with the border around the top. It's a really nice looking release, and this makes me so excited for other films that could be released by Lionsgate, such as Class of 1999. As I alluded to earlier in the conversation, Return of the Living Dead Part 3 is dying for a collector's edition with the unrated cut thrown in. I mean, that is a title that a lot of people would buy. There's just so many titles that Lionsgate owns, stuff that's never been on DVD. Now, I don't know if it is Vestron owned, but stuff like The Stepfather 3 has never been on DVD, and Lionsgate owns a bunch of these films. I think Blood Diner is up next, guys. I'll keep you guys posted. This is very exciting news to me. I can't wait to get my hands on Shopping Mall and the rest of this line. This is what we've been asking for. Seems like Lionsgate is finally realizing that there is a market for these films that they had in their collections. They've seen companies like Scream Factory and Arrow come along, which is also going to mean that the market is just going to get even more competitive. So Lionsgate seems to be trying to tap into that market, hopefully with, you know, a more positive approach than we've seen lately. So that's it, guys. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.